Welcome to another edition of Rants, where I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. The Atlantic has just gone off the deep end with this latest article. Now, here's the title of it. Separating sports by sex doesn't make sense. It's by some clown named Maggie Mertens. Now, most of us would say, well, yes, it does make sense because, for the most part, men are biologically bigger and stronger than women. As I said, for the most part, because I can guarantee that someone like Gina Carano will be able to deadlift a heck of a lot more than I ever could. But, when you're talking about athletes in peak physical condition, then yeah, men in general are going to be bigger and stronger than women. But according to Mertens' article from The Atlantic, quote, school sports are typically sex segregated, and in America, some of them have even come to be seen as either traditionally for boys or traditionally for girls. Think football, wrestling, field hockey, volleyball. However, it's becoming more common for these lines to blur, especially as Gen Zers are more likely than members of previous generations to reject a strict gender binary altogether. Huh? I have no idea what that exactly means. Anyway, moving on with this article. Maintaining this binary in youth sports reinforces the idea that boys are inherently bigger, faster, and stronger than girls in a competitive setting, a notion that's been challenged by scientists for years. Decades of research have shown that sex is far more complex than we may think. And though sex differences in sports show advantages for men, researchers today still don't know how much of this to attribute to biological difference versus the lack of support provided to women athletes to reach their highest potential, end quote. Okay, first off, I really have my doubts about some of these scientists that were mentioned in this article because, let's face it, the whole gender issue these days, this has become a political hot potato. And I think some scientists would rather just say the politically correct thing and not risk the Twitter mob crucifying them. Also, quite a few female athletes have come out over the last year or two and have been decrying how unfair it is for someone who had been a biological male to compete in women's sports, and how they're saying that women just can't compete with people like this. I mean, heck, all you have to do is just go to a basketball game and you see the difference in speed and strength from the men's game to the women's game. And as much as these woke weirdos don't want to admit, there are inherent differences between men and women, and it doesn't make you an istophobe for saying that. And honestly, I don't have a problem with differences between men and women. I don't have a problem with separate men's and women's sports. Now, if a girl can make a baseball team like, say, Monet Davis did that one year in the Little League World Series when she was playing for that team out of Philadelphia, you know what? Great. And if a female soccer player can make a football team as a kicker, great. In fact, I've actually seen that here at the high school level on a few times. But let's face it, for fairness, for overall fairness in the world of sports, I just still think we need to have separate men's and women's sports. It seems to have worked well to this point, and I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, folks, that's it for today's edition of Rants. Be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe across all of KYCA's social media. That is YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Instagram. Check us out on kyca.info. Be sure to smash the like button and leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you have to say about this video. Until next time, I'm John Rust. I'll see you soon.